Welcome back to Wake Up WA. Now, one of the biggest killers and creators of health problems anywhere in Australia is smoking. In fact, it's a worldwide problem, and hundreds of thousands of people die every year from smoking-related illnesses. To find out a bit more about smoking and how you stop smoking, is it in your head, is it in your body, where does the ability to quit come from? We're joined this morning by Diane Fisher from Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking, and also Steve Millsy Mills, famous radio announcer who's actually been through the process and gone from being a smoker to returning to being a healthy non-smoker. How do you do it? Let's find out. Good morning, guys. Thanks for joining us on Wake Up WA.
Morning, Jason.
Morning, Jason.
Now, Diane, I'm going to start with you because
Sure.
a few people out there probably know I'm a bit of a smoker myself, and one thing that really aggravates me is these high and mighty, holier-than-thou, anti-smoking people who've never smoked a cigarette in their entire life. Now, you run a stop smoking course. Are you one of those high and mighty, self-righteous people?
No. I was a terrible smoker. I smoked for 26 years all up, way too long. And I think I've been through all gamuts of smoking. I've been the secret smoker and done all the hiding around and lying and manipulating my situations to get to my cigarettes. So, I've been the out-and-out smoker that's been, there at the pub and smoking a couple of packets probably. Yep. Yeah, so no, I've been right through the whole thing of...
So how did you get from that point then? Because I know a lot of smokers will stand there, I love my cigarettes, I really, really enjoy them. How did you get from that to then coming across the Alan Carr methods of stop?
I guess like a lot of people, because society has created such a stigma against smoking, towards the end of my smoking I really did hide it a fair bit. And I think the last straw was desperate for a cigarette in Hong Kong airport and having to traipse up and down that airport looking for a smoking room, finally finding one and sitting in there, and you really don't need to light up a cigarette, you just breathe in the fumes, really. But just sitting there and thinking, what is this all about? It stunk. People walk past with their children, they just look at you like you're some alien. It was just revolting, and I decided then and there I had to do something about it.
Because public perceptions have changed quite dramatically, haven't they?
Absolutely. I've had clients say that they've been offered a cigarette. These are older clients who've been offered a cigarette straight after giving birth in the hospital by the doctors. So we've gone from that culture where it was really encouraged to the culture now where it's just such a stigma against it.
Now, smoking's such a powerful addiction, well that's my perception anyway. It must take a lot of willpower to go from your pack a day to not smoking.
And that's one of the myths. Willpower is what you need if you really want to do something and you're not allowed to do it. That's willpower. But if you don't want to do something, then... Look, take this as a good example. Imagine that that's a glass of bleach. Now, how much willpower is that going to take for you not to drink it?
No willpower whatsoever.
Why not?
Because it's bleach, and it will kill me and...
Taste awful.
See where you're going with this.
Exactly, there's no willpower. Now, but what if you were really drunk? Any temptation?
No, I still reckon I probably wouldn't drink bleach.
Absolutely not. And see, if you can see cigarettes in the same way you see a glass of bleach, there's going to be no willpower. And that's what we do. We change your perception around smoking so that at the end of the day, all the myths, all the illusions are all erased, and you're just left with, why would I do this? Why bother? And it becomes that insignificant. Stopping smoking is just that insignificant if you get your mindset right.
So it's not about electroshock therapy or hypnotism or anything? It's
no,
just getting your brain in the right spot.
Look, shock tactics don't work.
Millsy, I'll throw it across to you. Now, I've spoken to you before about this, and you were one of these real sort of sceptics. You'd tried a few methods to quit in the past, is that right?
Yeah, I've been hypnotised, I'd been pricked, punched, you name it, I'd had the lot. And when I found out about Alan Carr's easy way to give up smoking, I actually said to Diane, I think on the morning of the seminar, I have no intentions of giving up today. I was probably one of the most dysfunctional members she's ever had. And then you go through a ritual at the end where you just decide that you're not going to smoke anymore. All the things that you were talking about earlier about people to say you stink and, what about your kids and all that. I mean, I feel really bad, but they weren't really issues for me. I didn't consider them, well, there's other things I could be doing in my life. So at the end of the day, it came down to a decision based on the way that Diane presented all that information, such as the bleach, just the different things that go on in our brain and why we kid ourselves while we need to smoke. I just threw the cigarettes away, and I've got to be honest, the next morning I woke up unexpectedly feeling like energised and haven't touched them since. So that's nearly 8 months ago. So I'm looking forward to the 8th of the 8th, 08, which will be 12 months to the date.
Oh, congratulations. And do you feel like you've lost anything? Is it like do your meals taste as good? Or?
What I find is that I'm back in control of my life. I dictate what I do. You think you're an intelligent person. One of the things that Diane taught me was it's not a battle of actually going and saying you're a smoker, you're an idiot. They take a totally different aim. And so to be a smoker, you need to be quite intelligent, and you do, because you've got to convince people why it's okay to smoke, and you've got to convince yourself why. And a lot of that programming that's been done over the years is being programmed by various techniques that we're aware of and not aware of, and so to be deprogrammed, if you like, purely by just looking at the reasons why we smoke. And to give you an example, I would have a dinner party and I'd love to have a cigarette. You know, that would be part of it. But then Diane questioned, why do I give all the credit to the cigarette? What about to the food that we ate or the company that we kept? But all the credit goes to a cigarette, and when you're a smoker, you give all this kudos to this thing called a cigarette, and you really don't need to, because at the end of the day, it's just a poison stick.
Let me get this right. This is just a one-day course. You arrive in the morning, you're quite happily smoking cigarettes. Millsy, you said you had no intention of quitting.
No.
That same day, you've stopped.
3 o'clock, I've got to be honest, I drove off thinking, there's a ritual that you do where you throw your cigarettes away at the end of the day, and I thought, well, I'll do that, I'll go and buy another packet on the way home. She'll never know, and I'll just get on with my life. But I kind of got through that afternoon, and then woke up the next morning, felt really revitalised, and over time just thought, how good's this?
What have been the noticeable benefits to your lifestyle?
Oh, it's energy beyond belief. The fact that I can breathe a lot better. All the things that you kind of deny are happening to your life. So you've got absolutely nothing to lose other than what you've got to gain, and what you've got to gain is your life back. And that, if you're a smoker, you know exactly what I mean. You'll say, I can't imagine my life without cigarettes. Well, now I can honestly say, even just after 7 months, I can't imagine my life as a smoker.
And Diane, as you're saying to me this morning, as I lit up before the show, I've got to admit, you're not giving something up. You're going back to what you would have been had you not started in the first place.
So why don't you do it, Jason? Why don't you stop smoking?
Well, I wouldn't mind. I mean, health and that sort of stuff.
Well, look, I've been watching your program, and I've noticed that you do a dare of the week.
Yes.
It's okay, here's your dare. Why don't you come along to a session and stop smoking? In fact, bring a couple of people with you and give that a go.
Good dare.
Well, I suppose I'd seem pretty silly to say no to it after all that, Millsy. I think you've convinced me. But look, I'll tell you what, I'll do that. We'll put the call out to our viewers. If we can get 3 viewers to SMS in or contact us at wakeupwa.com.au, we'll have all the information about the Alan Carr's easy way to quit smoking method. But if we can get 3 more people to join me, I'll come along.
Okay.
And when's your next session?
Well, we've got one in a couple of weeks, actually. 23rd of May, we're going to run one.
23rd of May. All right, if you're available on the 23rd of May and you're serious about getting your health back and stopping that nasty, nasty habit, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'll be there with you. Wake Up WA website, get your information on there. We'll get you on board. Or, of course, ring the number that's on your screen right now and we'll sort you out. So 3 people plus me. I'm a bit scared.
No, don't be, mate. It'll change your life. You'll be a new man, and I tell you what, the good things about it, other things start to arise in your life, which is really...
And the good thing is, just remember, you're allowed to smoke throughout the day. So it's the only session you'll ever come to where you're told you can go and smoke until that final cigarette.
You can do it, buddy. You can do it.
All right, well, we'll see how we go. I'm still a little bit sceptical, a one-day thing, but we'll give it a bash. Jump online or, of course, contact us via SMS to leave your name and details, and we'll see if we can get you along. And like Millsy and Diane have, get you back your health and wellness that you had all along before you started smoking. You got me. I'm going to have a go. That's all for now. But get on wakeupwa.com.au for more information, and we need to go to a quick break. We'll be back just after this.
If you've tried other methods and failed, don't give up. This will work. Pick up the phone and call now.
If you want to give up smoking, then Alan Carr's easy way to give up smoking is the way. Look, I've smoked for nearly 30 years, and since I gave up on the 8th of August, my life has changed for the better. If you think you can't do it, think again. There's a money-back guarantee, so you've got absolutely nothing to lose. So do yourself a favour, do your family a favour, make yourself smoke-free and give Alan Carr a call today.